everybody, this is Adam with We Buy Houses Fast in Dallas. I'm here with one of our recent home sellers here that we just recently sold his house here in Plano. This is Mike, and just wanted to give you guys some of the details of this transaction, how we were able to help Mike and his family sell this house that they were in. They lived in it for quite a while in Plano, and just let you hear it from a customer directly. So Mike, I know we recently closed on your house, and you guys have moved into a beautiful new house in Frisco, and why don't you tell them just a little bit about you guys were looking around, looking at some different realtors, and what you saw in us and why you guys wanted to use Lance and I to sell your house.
We were really looking for someone to sell our house. We've been there for 18 years. And we saw in your advertisements that you buy houses as investors yourself, not just find other investors. So that was our first.
Yep. And so we initially went in looking at making a cash offer and went down that path. And once we kind of went through that process, and we looked at the numbers where Mike would end up, we also explore the idea of listing the house and selling it as is or pretty close to as is. And ultimately we decided to go down that route and list the house and sell it for a little more than we would have otherwise if they would have taken a cash offer. And we know that process is never pain-free, and we had to deal with some showings and go through that entire rigmarole. But ultimately, we got the deal done, and you guys were able to get out and move on and get rid of the house. And why don't you tell them what you guys actually spent in repair money through that by listing it like you did?
I don't know.
Zero. You didn't list. You didn't spend any money. That's the point.
That was the whole issue. I remember we were looking for somebody to buy our house because we knew we had repair issues and we didn't have the funds to do it, so it's just a negotiation.
Yeah. So they had a beautiful house in Plano. Today, most people would probably want to come in and just cosmetically remodel it, but it's a big, giant, nice house. And what we explained to Mike and his wife is that we don't necessarily always have to remodel a house completely to list it and sell it. We can sell them as is, especially if a lot of the major things are in good working order, or there are times where we can sell them even if they're not in working order, and depending on the location and the demand that's out there. So that's what we ultimately did. We ended up listing the house, as it was. We literally did a little landscaping work, remember that? And had our crew come over and do some landscaping, and that was it. And that house showed great. We had a ton of activity. We sold it to an actual investor of all things, which we were kind of surprised by, but got it done. And we're happy to kind of move on and go down the road. And Mike and I have become friends through the process, and we're actually just enjoying some coffee and a piece of pie together and just talking business. So anything else you want to say, Mike, or would you recommend them work with us?
Absolutely. We recommend anybody call Adam and Lance any properties that you might have available. Very, very uplifting, satisfactory experience for us. And there were many ins and outs with our situation, some that we didn't even know existed at the time that Adam helped us work through. So it was a very positive experience.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.